Rats. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Okay, so it's like, you saw it, but that's not the bit we're looking for. Now, what do I do? All right.
Okay.
Jacket, glove, and blood are the most notable, but yeah. Okay. Let's hear that banger again. Looping forever. Would you replace your ringtone?
Nah.
Remember.
No, stop it. Cut that shit out, man. Don't do it! Freaking horrible, bro. Horrible. Oh, terrible, man.
Whew. Also suspicious, but they don't like it.
That's not it. Play the video again.
You will never reach the Cruel Angel's thesis.
All right. Just give me one more chance, Judge.
All right.
Okay.
What else is on the point?
I think I know what's going on. Pause. Look at the locker. Why is it different from other lockers? What the fuck? It was already freaking open.
The glove was being used to keep it open. Nice catch on the light. I caught the glove. I did not catch that the light was already on.
I saw I'm like, oh, the glove. Oh shit, the jacket.
Yes.
Oh, no.
The glove makes perfect sense, right? That's how you keep it open. The light is an excellent touch.
So the people that came in beforehand might have been involved in some tampering then.
Of course. Now, does this pertain to the identity? Or is this another piece of future evidence? Right? Because the reason why the light is on is because the glove is holding the door open.
Yeah.
Which is why it falls when he opens it. And that means he doesn't use his identification to open the actual thing. Which does then confirm the identity fuckery. Because if we can prove that the light was already on, then we can prove that he didn't have to use his card.
And,
so it stands to
who
reason.
Came in beforehand on the list?
Yeah, it does connect to the thought process. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir! Do you mean sir? As I understand it, the locker-up apparatus works like this. You grab the handle. The sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way it understands it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. The worms! The worms are back! The worms! Ah! When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, Let's rewind a little earlier. I need to kill! I need to kill! Here, notice the light?
What's this? It's already lit?
Yep. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
Ah! What was that sound? Order! Order! What's the meaning of this?
That was Meekins letting you know that he's into a little bit of choke play. It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, it just shows to show. It just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes, why wasn't the locker locked?
All right, Your Honor, I admit it. They call me Meekins the Freakins. I'm into it!
Oh my god.
No one was asking.
We tried to ignore that.
Strike that from the record.
Strike that for a record. Nope, that never happened.
Underline it! Me, Your Honor? Yes. Well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Courtroom? Expert?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Something? Jam the sensor? Like, say... There's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause for this.
Can we just hit the earlier take and call it a day? Whoop, badoodle. Enhance! Enhance! Please watch closely. This is a continuation of the part I showed you earlier. I could see these cases getting really harder in difficulty if video becomes a regular component.
Yeah, you can't be like imprecise or obtuse.
Nah.
What's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open, but we can't be sure the item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
Hey now, every time Meekins opens his mouth, can I just object? Can I object to his existence? Sir, objection!
Objection. Sustained.
I don't even know what I was gonna say! The sensor that triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted.
Boo-doo-doo, doo 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 doo. Boo-doo-doo, doo doo. I'm just filling the silence because I thought you guys would miss it. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me.
But the object will... Can you stop talking about choking, Mr. Meekins? But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator, but at the crime scene.
There just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out.
Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
All right, I admit it. It's my belt. I hang it on a cloth hanger and
Bailiff.
it ties real tight.
Bailiff. You know what to do.
Don't kink shame, sir. And by that, I actually mean do it a little bit. I kind of like it. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Oh. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is it not so, Officer Meekins? Sir! It would appear so, sir! It's true! My t-shirt does say, "Don't bully me, I'll come!"
Order! Order! I hate these Zoomers, I hate them so much. So are we to believe, then, that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
We never saw the face. Even in the flashback.
Don't be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility, and nothing more.
One. Two. 1, 2. Flashback? 2.
Okay.
Right? 2.5.
Yeah, that's fine. Almost 3.
Not 3. 2.5.
The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Oh. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke?
Very well. Begin your testimony.
Witness's testimony.
Mystery Man 2.
The complexion bracket system is one that identifies people from a scale of 1 to 4. It's actually quite accurate if you give it a
No, the other thing.
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
An ID card record. I see. Naruhodo. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal.
Is this a fake? Huh.
Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too. Although it doesn't make much of a difference. Sorry, I'm thinking about the card. Because obviously if Cowboy used his Bruce's card to get in there, how could it be found on the ground at the crime scene way later on a different location? Right? If you use the card to get in, but the body is traveling over to the other crime scene and we found that card over there, the card that activates and registers his number on the log is real. So either the card that we found on the parking lot at the ground is fake, or it was dropped there later when we saw Cowboy over there after the fact.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination.
Yeah. Cross-examination.
Mystery Man 2.
My brain was going in two places just now. That last conversation was just establishing that the extremely violent cases are what get logged in that evidence room and then get archived.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is where you store evidence for violent police, like violent stuff involving the police.
Right. The only piece of new information in that last conversation was that it's for specifically violent cases. But we already knew about the 2 years and the evidence and the transferal and so on.
Violent cases involving the police, yeah.
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. My hand wasn't wrapped in bandages. I'd even give you a V for victory sign.
Couldn't he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully.
Much to my chagrin.
As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second.
Enter the evidence room. One must use their ID card. Is that card hanging from your neck, one of these ID cards? Yes, sir. Card rack's next to my cuff, sir. Keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Oh. Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember what I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe I should leave this one alone.
Yes, please, Phoenix.
The judge is like, leave that shit alone. Do not press it any further. Hold it. No. Overruled.
At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony.
When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. Let it be noted that this is a record of the witness that the witness is referring to.
Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman.
What's the matter?
According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor.
My pleasure. Not that prosecutor again.
Hey, maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence.
Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer? Shh, don't stare at him. You might be next. You got the wrong
color, kid. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak to you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him.
It's like a crime field happens around him even when he's not the guilty one. There's always crime in his wake.
That must be why he's so good.
The time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Earlier, I believe you testified when you asked the man to show his ID card. He pulled a knife on you. See, yeah, that's what I'm calling a 2.5.
Okay.
Okay, I thought the scarf was a different color for a second, but it matches. Or the tie, rather. Since we don't get to look at this photo every time. Yes, sir! He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked. Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Yeah, okay, so that's the deal. He was not... No, so the ID card we found on the crime scene was real. But he didn't want to show the one that he used to get in. Even though it logged Goodman's number. Huh. Or it was real, but he didn't want to show it because the photo on it would have proven to this stranger that he is not the face on the photo, actually.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got.
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. So unlike your early testimony, you believe... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, these presses are very long, so I kind of get lost in them a little bit. Alright. Would you point out the original ID card as a means of its discovery? Would that be the logic on the contradiction? Because I feel like
maybe.
I feel like that would be one way of pointing it out, but I don't know if the game wants to go that way. Let me press this one more time and see. Yeah, okay, so I would say it's even relevant because of the fact that we're questioning where or why he wouldn't show it to you. Yeah. That feels right. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
No. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room in the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Lost item report. It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right?
Can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean?
Is that why he couldn't remember the number?
Oh, if he doesn't know it by heart because it's on the card and it's just random numbers?
So he wrote the wrong number because he didn't have his card to look at, as opposed to it being someone else getting the number wrong?
Mayhaps.
And he didn't fill out the rest of the number. He stopped at 9.
Yeah, he's like, oh, fuck it, whatever.
Damn it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, when I was in college, I memorized that shit.
You memorize your student ID
My student
number?
ID number.
But you had to use it for things often, right?
Every time you used a printer machine, every time you logged into a computer.
So you typed in the number.
You typed in the number,
it.
yeah.
Not the case for him, probably.
No. But that's a good reason as to why you'd get the second digit wrong.
Damn. Maybe if I tried hard enough, I would be able to remember my number, but that's too far in the recesses.
I know the last 4 digits. Don't have. I'm missing the first, 5 or so.
Yeah, I would have to think about it.
Yeah, it's there, but it's there. Yeah. It is there.
I would need some meditation.
Mm-hmm. What about your friends' phone numbers as a kid? Right? Because I still have, I have my cousins, I have my old house number, I've got my friends that I would call a lot.
Yeah.
I have 3 or 4 numbers, but the last phone number I memorized, barring Punch Moms, is 1997.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it is.
You know? It's crazy. We just don't do that anymore. It can only mean one thing. It doesn't require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Order! 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 Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Edgeworth is not representing anybody, right? He is the people accusing Lana Skye of murder. He is not defending a client. Right? This is crucial. None of the witnesses are on his side. No one that takes the stand is anyone that he gives a fuck about particularly defending or prosecuting in light of.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay. His angles can come from any direction. It doesn't matter. Bravo.
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Use my defense to prove your innocence.
Yeah.
To clear your fucking car and all the bullshit that you're tied up in.
The man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are 2 grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked.
By 777. This person opened it. Edgeworth got framed for entering, and then his car gets involved in the plot.
Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also a fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't going to end well.
Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
Oh, you're going to use it to further implicate Lana. I see.
So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used a murder weapon.
Right. You're on board with this because the second case, yeah, you're representing the people, you're not representing a person. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. And of course, if the cowboy couple is in cahoots in two different locations, then they can simultaneously frame. It was all a trap from the beginning.
The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to?
Motherfucker. Huh. Hold on a second. This is a long shot, but let me see.
No fast forwarding.
No fast forward on this one. No pausing either.
What are you looking for?
Does the knife he uses, is the knife that he pulls out here either of those two? Or is it the one that he shaves his beard with every time we talk to him? Oh. Are we going to get a good enough look at it? Because there's a third knife, which is part of his fucking animation. And that's not a part of the evidence.
I had not thought of that.
Yeah.
That seems like a full knife.
That's a big knife.
That's a big
knife, and it's got a hilt on it.
Yeah.
It has a hilt.
A long one. That's a Crocodile Dundee knife. He's winning at Knifey Spoony.
It ain't that. And it ain't that.
That. At least it doesn't look like that, right? Yeah.
Nope. But there's a third knife we've been looking at this whole time. Yeah. All right.
However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Objection! One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
No, of course not. But I almost walked into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
You read my mind? I didn't say that. Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh? Whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name?
Why did that require a gavel, Your Honor? It was just a statement.
Ah, you can't stop me. Bang, 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 bang.
Gavel! Gavel! Big fun.
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
Can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
Smooth.
And when he starts panicking, he might pull out a gun and start six-shooting. I don't know what that animation is going to look like, but when the cracks begin to show on a cowboy, whoa.
I don't like being cornered.
Yeah. Draw. Or better yet, the cosplay falls apart. The pop cap falls out of the gun. The bald spot under the hat. It's high noon.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Call a recess.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Subpoenaed, thank you.
You got it.
Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess.
The defense calls Jake Marshall to the stand. Or should I say, McCree. Oh! Gasp. Don't call me that, partner. I don't use that name no more. Yeah, why's that? There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you've figured out everything. I haven't figured anything out.
Nana, you're the one who knows everything.
Emma.
You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't ever recall asking for his protection.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
I swear to God, lady, if you're feeling guilty about some unrelated shit from a different case and you're using this justice system in the current day as a means of punishing yourself, I'm gonna hit you with the fattest objection hitbox. You're gonna get a wall bounce to shit.
X-Factor level 2.
Into She-Hulk. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Gumshoe?
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
No, it's fine. It's fine, dude. What?
I'll be bringing bags of confetti. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
Oh, well, you got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I seen apprehended people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
Better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky!
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
Oh, ho, 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 ho! You mean this, right?
Look at that paperwork. Holy shit. That's what a lawyer should have at his fucking desk. That's crazy. My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name? No. Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL9 incident?
But Lana, that's...
I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. Oh, you are interested in defending yourself then, huh?
I can't believe you. The chief prosecutor. We're a witness in that case.
Sky was a witness?
Oh.
SL9 incident files received from Lana Sky.
Files for the Joe Darke killings solved 2 years ago.
Joe Darke? Who the fuck is Joe Darke? What?
We have a name.
Oh my god. Joe Darke?
Sure.
What?
No chill.
What fucking shadowy ass? What man of mystery? Oh, okay.
Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're gonna just ignore me?
Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that...
That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Darke killings. Somewhere a man on a mountaintop. Joe Darke. Oh my god. Who the fuck? That's a wild name.
Joe Darke? No. No, Lana. That's over with. No.
Oh shit. Emma, wait. She ran away.
You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
And he's out.
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file.
Holy mackerel.
Wow.
We have a new name, baby.
Joe Darke. I swear to God, man. Like, I need a hand covering that face constantly, and like every once in a while, you get like an eye peeking, and then it goes back to shadows. You know, you say something on the money, and it's like, ooh, and then, fuck.
And they're all involved. Isn't that convenient?
Mm-hmm. What do you think his name in Japanese is? Kurojo?
Something like something like something Yami or whatever.
Yeah. Warui.
Yami Josuke.
Or Joe Dark. It could just be that simple.